The sponsor of the video is PCBWay. Now they're one of the top PCB manufacturers out there, and you can quickly have your projects ready-made for you within 24 hours with their 24-hour service. They also do have assembly and flashing services, and it's the company I always use whenever I create a product and or project. So go ahead and check the links down below. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Caddx Vista. Now, this is a DJI Air unit that has been licensed to Caddx to create in order to do a compact version of. Now, there will be timestamps down below, so you can go ahead and skip to whatever part of the video you would like to see, and it's also available in the video progress bar. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So once you purchase it, you'll receive something that looks like this here, and this is the Caddx box for the DJI Caddx Vista here. So let's go ahead and undo this. So far, I really like the packaging here, as you can tell, very thoughtful. And this is about everything we get here. We get our instruction manual, which we're going to take a look at later. So first of all, we do get the Caddx unit here, which is really great to see. It's supposed to be exactly the same thing as the normal setup. However, it doesn't have recording capabilities, so keep that in mind. So you'll be recording from your goggles here. Now we also do get the antenna here, and it comes with this holder, which is really great, especially on some quadcopters that allow this to go through. So you'll be able to fit this in the frame, and it'll just stand just like that on the frame, which is really great. For example, GETFPV frames do have that. Now for the antenna, it is IPEX, and I'll show you how to install it in a bit here. And they also do provide us with a connector, a silicone wired connector, which is really great. However, this side's not going to be connected into your Vista. You're basically going to have to solder to it, and which we're going to cover in this video. So the first thing you're going to need to do once you receive this is you're going to have to remove these 4 screws. Now take note where the USB-C type connector is. Those 4 screws need to be removed with a 1.5mm hex driver. Now if you don't have one, I highly recommend you pick up some titanium ones. I'll have a link to the ones that have lasted me more than a year so far, which are these guys right here, linked down below. Now while you're taking this apart, you need to be careful of this little piece right here, this little metal piece right here. This is supposed to be a guard for the antenna, which we're going to cover in a bit here. So let's move this off to the side right here so we don't bend it, and also just keep an eye and just take note of how the orientation is once you remove it. It was removed just like this if you screwed up. Now to remove the upper board here, if we take a look at the other side of the USB connector, we see that there's a Lego type connector here, and you want to grab from these 2 edges right here and just slowly, just very nice and easy, start to lift up just like that, and we should have it. Now keep one hand on the middle part right here, and then the other just on the board, so you can pop this out cleanly here, and you're going to be left with this board right there. Now the reason why we're taking out the board is so we can actually solder to it. However, you can reach to the soldering pads here with the board on it, but I'd highly recommend you remove it. It'll just make your life so much easier, because this is where everything is going to be connected here. So before we jump into the connection guide, let's go ahead and cover the antenna here. So once you solder everything, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and install your antenna just like that. Just be very careful. Okay, so it's moving and it's on, so that's really great. So now the correct way to install this is there's a little tiny notch right there, a little tab that's sticking out. You want to grab the small side right here, and you want to go ahead and just have that go right in there, just like that, and then you could bend it over, and then once you bring in the screw, it's going to be installed right there. So this should be up top, as you can tell. Hopefully you can see that perfectly. So there's a little piece sticking down, and that's in there. And that's how you would install your antenna. And this way it'll just keep it secure into place without losing your antenna. So this would be the last step after you set up the wires. So right now, let's go ahead and jump into the wire setup here. So this part of the video, we're going to be covering the power. So this thing needs power to obviously operate like anything else. However, this is slightly different than the normal DJI Air unit because this thing takes 2 to 6S voltage input. However, I'd highly recommend to avoid raw battery voltage on 6S, especially if you're running a pretty power-hungry quadcopter, because the voltage spikes can possibly burn this guy. So keep that in mind and just be aware of that. Now let's just pretend we're putting it on a micro, which should be fine. 4 to 6S should be okay. But if you're able to get some sort of an 8, 9, 10 volt regulator, it's always better to power it off of that. But in this case, we're going to pretend that we don't have one. So the place where you want to grab power for the Caddx Vista Air unit here is usually you want to look for your 4-in-1 ESC's power right there. So this is the power of the 4-in-1 ESC. Right over here, we have the ground and the positive. So V right here is going to be the red wire. So we're going to go ahead and just give it power like that. So we'll just pretend this is 4S voltage right here. And then we're just going to go ahead and give it the ground. And just like that, you have your power completely set up for the Vista air unit. So if you just connect it like this, it'll work perfect. I mean, you won't have some of the other functionalities such as the S-Bus interface. So if you have the DJI air unit, you still need to connect a bit more, which we're going to cover next. And you also won't have the telemetry this way. All you'll get is just a video feed, and that's about it if you just give it power. So it could be a pretty simple setup if that's all you want. But if you want the other telemetry information, such as the battery information, everything, that's going to be on the next step. But again, if you're able to have some sort of an 8-9 volt regulator, I'd highly recommend you set the Vista on that. Try to avoid battery voltage on high demanding setups that might have pretty big voltage spikes. Very important to take note of that. So now let's go ahead and jump into the next part where we set up the telemetry and also the S-Bus connection if you do have the DJI controller with you. So we've already covered the power. Now we're going to go ahead and cover the telemetry data, such as your battery voltage, how long you've been flying, and what mode you're flying. These types of information that's going to be relayed down to your goggles needs to be connected in a specific place. Now, the pads that we're going to be taking a look at are these two. We have the RX, which is this one right here, and we also have the TX, which is this one right here. Now, what you need to find on your flight controller is any open R and T pad with the same number. So for example, this is theoretical. Here we have an R4 and a T4 open. They're right there. So the way we would set these up is basically crisscross. So the R would go to a T and the T would go to an R. So let's go ahead and connect this. So here we have an R. This pad right here is going to be an R on our flight controller, as you can tell right there. So that theoretically should go to a T. So we're going to go like this, and we are just going to connect it right over here. Now, why does the R go to a T? Well, on this board right here on the Caddx Vista, the T is transmitting data. So when this is transmitting data here, so the flight controller obviously needs to receive, and there we have our R pad for receiving data. And the same thing goes for the T pad on the flight controller. Now the flight controller will send the data to an R pad on the Vista right here, and there we go, just like that. So R4 and T4 are going to be the MSP serial for the Caddx Vista here. And just like that, you'll have all your telemetry. You could ignore the last two, which is S-Bus and ground, if you don't have the DJI controller. Now, before connecting your S-Bus connection, if you do have the DJI Air unit, you need to make sure if your flight controller is either an F7 or an F4. And this is very important because you have to put the S-Bus signal in a specific place, especially on F4s, or it won't work. So let's first cover the ground real quick. So let's go ahead and just do the ground real quick. You could put it on any ground pad. Let's pretend this was a ground pad on this flight controller. So we're just going to go ahead and grab this ground right here, and we'll just connect it. Now we're left with S-Bus. So if you have an F7 flight controller, you can place the S-Bus signal. So let's make this into a different color here. So if you have an F7 flight controller, this S-Bus signal right here is going to go to any R pad, any available R pad, which is RX1 or R1 or R2 or R3, whatever it might be. Let's just pretend this is RX3 right here on an F7. So we can just easily just connect it right there, and we're good. Now R3 is going to be in charge of our serial RX, which is going to be controlling it. However, if you have an F4 flight controller, you need to look for the pad that says S-Bus, only on F4s. So on an F4, you need to find a pad that says S-Bus. So for example, on this F4 flight controller, which is it's not, but just theoretical, this is the S-Bus pad right here. So if you're on an F4, then that's going to be your S-Bus setup right here. That's where you want to connect that S-Bus wire if you have the DJI Air unit controller on an F4 flight controller. And just like that, you'll have a complete functioning Caddx Vista running on your quadcopter. And well, that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know down in the comment section. Also, come join my Patreon. I do a ton of giveaways there, and you also get access to my secret shop and other cool things. And again, everything's linked down below. If you could check those out, those greatly support the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.